Good evening, I'm Giuseppe Basile. I'm the assistant trader you can find at the website www.fibstalker.com. I also post regularly on Twitter using that Fibstalker nickname. Good evening, today is March 27, 2014. It's 15 past midnight in Toronto, and in this video I'm going to provide for you a daily review of the first four markets I follow: the euro dollar, the ESP 500 mini futures, the dollar index futures, and the gold mini futures. So let's start from the euro dollar, which is the chart that you see on the screen. This is the daily chart. You will remember that I've been looking at a sequence of measured move here. The first was from lows to highs here, got participation 135.80, bringing price into first target at 137.30 here, and price eventually retraced and went to retrace into the next setup long of this sequence of measured move, 136.60 here, bringing price right at that first target, and then there was a correction lower. Eventually market picked up again and brought price into 139.41, and you will remember that after that second target was hit, I indicated this trade, and there were a few there was actually quite a good trade, 138.40.50 to 139.50, so it was 100 pips in 2 days. And the next sequence in the measure move this next measure move in the sequence actually failed. As you can see here, from highs to highs, initially it held to the peak to 61.8%. I initially thought that we would continue into 141, but the sequence failed here, and when that happens, we know that we are going to trade if the trade presents, we're going to trade the next measure move on the opposite direction. It was a short. I called this on Sunday, so congratulations to those who followed this trade or took this trade. And you know that this trade that has a first level of area, it's an area really into an area of resistance, starting at 138.58 with a stop above 138.85-86, which was never hit, and with a first target 137. Basically, that's where we are going, in my opinion, and that's that's the target I gave you on Sunday as well. The first level of support on the other side of the current direction will be 137.20. The area starting 127.20, and as you can see here, the first target is below this level. So if this level is pierced, there is a possibility that the market gets into the first target and then continue even lower. So we will see what this market is showing. Will actually give us clearly that this market is showing weakness at this stage, and when we move to the 240 minutes here, we can actually clearly see this participation on the downside. I will remove some of the previous levels to not generate confusion, and the market 2 days ago, the market went down and then eventually has this reaction higher, but in going down, it also broke the all the way halfway back here, basically confirming this resistance starting at 138.60 here. So now we're going to see what happens when we get into 137.21. If we give another stab, this market actually, instead of continuing lower, it goes higher and tests this level again. I mean, again, this is going to be a resistance for me. Moving to the S&P 500, I mentioned at the beginning of the week and also last week that we could have seen highs here, and the reason for that is that when we trace the next measure move in the sequence here, which is the one that I provided since now we saw these highs here. The next measure move in the sequence actually failed it failed because price went below this 1728. When we were looking at this, we still were in March 2014 contract, so this level was the 1735, if you remember well. Those who follow me will remember this. But although this failed, this was a busted setup because the price was picked by in the smaller time frame, 4 hour and 15 minutes, was brought up into the first target of this failed measure move here. And when that happened, then we usually see quite a quick selling. So at the moment we saw this low here, which was not supported by any program trading moves, just previous highs here. So retail traders actually and program trading on the smaller time frame pushed this price higher, but eventually price went to test previous highs here and then reversed. The first level of support now is coming at 1803, and I think in the coming days and next week, maybe beginning to mid next week, we will see price there, and we will need to see then and observe what happens at that level, whether we have a failure of the measure moves lower, or we actually have a continuation lower, well below the 1780 450.25, which is my line in the sand here. Below that, we are going to see a test we are going to see again this 1750 trading. I just very quickly want to give a quick look at the 4-hour charts. As you see here, the lows to highs failed now 3 days ago, and this is a confirmation of possible potential lower lows here to be printed. Now there is still a possibility, as you know, the S&P500 likes to retrace a lot, so there are two levels we have to watch here. One would be the all the way halfway from highs to lows. So if we get to 1859, this is going to be probably the entry short here for this market. Another level could be the swing high to low here, the 4-hour high to low swing from recent highs to lows, and the price will stop at one of these two levels. So one strategy could be to sell the 1855.50 or 25 with a stop above 1863.75, and this would be an 8-point trade for a potential retrace into the all the way halfway back trace from recent lows here to the highs that we saw, all-time highs that we saw here recently. So this is it for this market. I really believe that we're going to see 1803 soon. Moving to the dollar index, not really a lot to say on the dollar index. This daily chart shows a level of support, the 79, the 80 level basically, and the 80.50 is the resistance. So apparently we are seeing participation at this level, so there is the potential for this market to continue higher, and this will bring the euro lower, of course. And if we get to the first target, there is also the potential to break this level. At the point, this double bottom here would be confirmed, and there's the potential to see higher price. Where can we go? If we move above this level, if we move above 80 here, there is the potential for this market to retrace all the way halfway back, and this would be to retrace into 82.50, and then we will need to see what happens. And when we will get there, probably the euro will have got to the all the way back from July last year lows. Moving to the gold future, again, we now know that this is a sequence of measured move here has failed, and we had an extension starting at this level, but which never traded. So we discovered a jump in the anchor, and that's one of the pattern and one of the way I look at the market. And we had this jump, and eventually this anchor continued to be respectable in trading, and we had this trade showing a support at 1320. This is for the gold, now the June 14 contract as well. So if you see different levels from before, this is the reason for it. It's not that I change levels. I use the continuous future contract here, and if those level changes because the continuous price has been readjusted when the new June 2014 contract pushes in. This 1320 level has found first target 1357, as we can see here, and second target at 1376.50. After that, the next measure move in the sequence failed, as we can see here, and once that happened, then I immediately mentioned that one of the level we could see would be 1285. We are getting to that level, and today we completed the second measure move short here, as you can see here, when we trace from lows to lows. Yesterday I mentioned the fact that, actually 2 days ago I mentioned the fact that we were into that 1311, and there were two possibilities: whether retracement into the next measure move or price moving into the next measure move in the sequence. Now sorry, the next target in the sequence, that would be this 1295. Now we could make the case that this was touched, but it's still, I want to see it being tested. And at the moment this market could be already trading the next sequence, next measure move in the sequence. So this is what I'm going to consider at the moment. And as you can see, this if we get again back into this 1309.20 area and the price reverses, this is a short, and this is going to bring price right into that level of support. The first target would be 1292, the second target would be 1283 here, and this would be right into that level of support, which means that if we get there and the next sequence short extension short fails, then this would be according to the Fib stalking technique, which is my technique that I use to procedurally test level of support of resistance offered by the market. There's a possibility that this level of this 1218 1285 will be confirmed as a level of support, in which case we're going to trade the next measure move long, and we're going to bring price higher, at least now into the highs to lows here. But we are getting ahead of ourselves here. What I want to see is the next measure move working and bringing price into first and second target at 1283, and then we will get it from there. I hope this video is useful. There are very good opportunities here. Congratulations if you took this chart. I mentioned this chart on Sunday, my weekly newsletter. If you want to receive the newsletter, it's free. You can go to my website and subscribe for free. It only takes a few seconds. I respect your privacy, and I hate spam as much as you do. So don't worry about providing your email. I'm very serious about that. Thank you very much for your attention. I wish you a very good evening and trading day tomorrow. And thank you for sticking around and watching this video. Bye bye now.